Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Give me a moment here. The iPad that I used to track my face got unplugged by accident and is dead. So so I think we're PNGing again, which is fine. We actually had all of that open anyway. The only goofy thing about the PNG is that it was drawn to face the other way, like a different, like, look, oops, where'd he go? There he is. It was drawn to face the other direction. So when I flip it to sit in the chair, the word on the shirt is backwards. Oh, gay crab! No! When I'm a PNG and I can't put it on me? Oh, that's depresso. I'm very happy for you for the gay crab, though. Congratulations. Stock it up for next time. I like that. Good idea. Oh, like, Jeannie, it didn't tell me that I got any messages from you. I hate Twitch so much. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. I see. Okay. So it's there now. I can absolutely go grab that. Hold on. Let me bring this up so that I remember. Okay. Got it. Just bring up directions. I'm pretty sure that this is easy for me to get to. Yeah, that's not too bad. Yeah, I can go get that. And like I said, I'll message you, but I will absolutely pay for the shipping since it got sent back to you and had to be resended. That's not fair for you to have to pay that twice. I appreciate you doing it 2 times. I know that's really frustrating. No, what I was gonna say is, Henry's shoe. Anyway, what I was going to say was, it would be fun to have like a goal that's like totally randomized with the fishing game. Like if we manage to get 5 gay crabs in one stream, I'll like gift a certain number of subs to the channel or something. I think the most gay crabs we've ever gotten is 3. But if we got 5, boy howdy. Hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're all doing good. FYI, I got invited to go on a trip with Clarky. It won't be this weekend, but it'll be next weekend. So I won't be here Friday or the following Monday. So I won't be here the whole weekend of the 1st, including the 31st and the 3rd. So that Friday and that Monday, we're going to take a long weekend and go somewhere with one of her best friends and her mom, which is very exciting. And I'm also super jazzed because it's a mom that I get along with really well. And she's very type A. So she was like, I will figure out all of it. She was like, if you feel comfortable and trust me to just like figure out what we're doing, I'll just figure it all out. And then I'll tell you how much to pay me. And I was like, that is my perfect situation because I will get overwhelmed. So I know. Oh my gosh. I'm so grateful. Yeah, we met for coffee this morning to like talk about it. And she was like, I guess we should also talk about like what we're bringing for the kids so that, you know, we have like kind of an equivalent of everything for both of them just to like minimize potential like arguments over stuff. And I was like, that is also very smart. So yeah, it should be very fun. I'm very excited. And my mother-in-law was like, I'm so proud of you for getting out of here. Which is hilarious. But she consistently throughout the year, like the last few years really has been like, you have got to go places. You got to go do stuff. Like, I'm like, I know. I think I'd be a lot happier if I occasionally went somewhere else. You know, I just don't do it. So she was like, I'll watch Peach during the day before Sam wakes up. You just get the fuck out of here. Yeah, so I'm very excited. Yeah, and I'll remind closer to the day as well. Actually, I'm going to also, right now, while I'm thinking about it, message Jesse. Okay. Thanks. Ba 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 ba. Just leave the stream on all weekend for fishing. Yeah. I was also thinking about you know, some people are like so good at showing old VODs. When they're out of town. It's like, I should do that, dude. Amy's really good about doing that sort of stuff. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, you're absolutely right. I'll have to figure out Sunforged as well, yeah. I was gonna say I might be able to do it from the hotel room, but Clarky will also be there. I'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Yeah. I'll just be in the bathroom. It'll be fine. It'll be echoey, but... Yeah, I'm trying to think. Potentially, we could frame it like a little sleepover with her friend. Like, she could stay in her friend's room while I'm doing the show. We are going to a warm country in Europe, and I can't wait. I was like, oh my gosh. The idea of being somewhere warm right now sounds great. Yeah. But yeah, for today, as of right now, I think we're gonna try and finish up this root tree thing because I don't want to leave it where we left it. I think we got to figure out the rest of the tree, right? We have so much snow since yesterday. Oh no. This is why I feel bad, like, complaining at all about the weather where I am. It's like summer yesterday being like, ooh, how cold has it been there? Like, buddy, I know y'all have been shoveling snow. It hasn't been that. Yeah, we are, I believe, technically still part of Europe. We're not part of the European Union, which is different. How's Marvel Rivals going? Oh my gosh. Dude, I've barely played. I've barely been playing Marvel Rivals. Maybe if we finish this oily. If we finish this a little oily, then we could do a little Marble Wibo. New event starts today. Hell yeah, brother. Okay. All right. Let's kick it. Root Tree Mania. So, this is a continuation of the Root Trees Are Dead, in which we are trying to figure out the various affairs and cases of infidelity that members of the Root Tree family have had. Because potentially there are more kids that are entitled to money other than the people that we figured out in the first game. So the reason that my title is Guy Hudson Haters Club is because this man kissed so many people and had so many children. But she apparently adopted these two. Or at least that's the story. That's the story. So we're still trying to figure out what's going on with them. I put this here as a placeholder because I thought it was funny, the idea that the OG Elias Root Tree fell in love with a statue. Guy Hudson has kissed a bunch of people. We haven't found a picture of this person yet, but everything else on here, I believe, is true. We know everything about her kids. This kid and this kid locked in. I'm not sure which name we're going for with her, but I would love to find a picture of them. That would be great. Oh, this is wrong. Unknown. Unknown. Okay. And then this was the final affair, apparently, that we don't know anything about yet. This is not infidelity. This is just a birth that has happened since we were told, like, in game time, since we were told to do this first family tree. So we were looking around at everybody that potentially was going to have a baby. These two, maybe. These two, she was pregnant in her campaign flyers, so that would make a lot of sense. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. I still don't really know what's going on here. Let's remind ourselves what we have. Okay, so this dude showed up and he was like, I have this picture of Guy Hudson with my mom. I think he's my dad. They did a DNA test and he is related to Guy Hudson. And then this guy came out and he was like, don't believe everybody. They're talking shit. But then we found out that he is one of the people that was banging around. So fuck that guy. And then, yeah, we've been looking into trips that Guy Hudson would take. So he went to China and had a baby. He went to, was this Spain and had a baby? Brazil. And did we look into all of the different places? The Roottrees Everywhere initiative. Australia, Brazil, China, and France. I don't think we... Oh, God. I don't think we've done France yet, right? Roottrees France. I don't think we looked into this. Developed as part of the Roottrees Everywhere initiative in summer 1979. Roottrees France was a non-starter. Negotiations broke down pretty late in the process. And then the leadership of Roottrees went through a very large change. The CEO of Roottrees was meant to be Tristan Robert. Okay, who's this? Businessman who at one time was in negotiations to take over Roottrees France. He's still alive. You come across an interview unrelated to Roottrees from a few months ago. Other countries have not been immune to Roottrees mania. You recognize the word Roottrees in one of the questions. It seems the interviewer snuck in a question about his experience with the company at the end of the 70s. The article is in French and takes some time to translate section by section. He mentions Guy by first name only, and the tale he tells is quite ugly. Guy, the president of Roottrees, was one of the worst men I've ever met. He approached my wife about having an affair, which she refused. He then kept insisting that this was the best way to celebrate the end of our business contract. I don't think he expected her to say no, and I don't think he thought she would tell me what happened. I punched him in the face and refused to attend another meeting with this man. They lost a lot of money on this deal because not only was he a terrible person, he was also a terrible businessman. When he died shortly after, it felt like the universe was working things out. I wasn't surprised to learn he had a secret child. He seemed to treat women like collectible pocket monsters. It seems mentioning Pokemon sidetracks the questions a bit. The interviewer never returns. Okay, great. Well done. Glad he got punched. Happy for him. Okay. Fashion scholarship. Right, Crocodile Clementine. We looked into all of that. Juarez and Vancouver on a small plane. Right. Our friend Croc Clementine was in attendance at the high school graduation because his daughter was walking the stage. Right. Did we look for Billy Sims just in general? Principal of Sandstone Canyon High School, who had his 15 minutes of fame in 1994 when he was punched by Crocodile Clementine at a graduation ceremony. Every news organization, from trustworthy to tabloid, seemed to have their own take on the altercation. It wasn't the punch that captured the nation's attention, however. It was Billy Sims' matter of... Oh, yeah. I remember that now. Sandstone Canyon High School? On a website called the Infamy List. Oh no, this was our first page that we read about him, right? He famously punched the principal, a man named Billy Sims, right? It says it received national press. So let's also look here. Ooh, not only did they manage to interview Sims' wife Carla, as well as multiple staff members at his school, they hunted down Colleen Webb, Mark's ex-wife. According to the section with Colleen, she and he met when he worked for an airline. She worked in an airport newsstand. He was a drinker and would often have wild mood swings. When he was charged with assault of a fellow pilot in 1975 and lost his job, they divorced. At the time, she was pregnant with their second daughter. She felt she needed to get out before things got worse. She left him and moved to San Diego to live with her sister and told her oldest that her dad had to fly planes for the Army. She raised them both by herself, and although she never went through the trouble of changing their names legally, they used the Webb name so nobody would connect them to her ex-husband. Ooh, okay. They used the name Webb, right. Okay. So their kids will be... This is Colleen Webb. And then their kids will also be Webb. Okay, so we should do Carla Sims as well. Do I have notes about him? Ooh. Okay, I think this was... Yeah. Mary Beth Clementine. No, I think it's okay. So... Carla Sims... in the Portland Telegraph. Okay. Colleen Webb. What about... Because that would have been her name at one point. Huh. Because they didn't mention... hunted down Colleen Webb. News Time and Portland Telegraph seemed to make the most sense. Okay. Well, we got a little bit of information there. Hi, Summer! Ugh. Okay. Okay. Right, I remember following that thread. Okay. And this. Right. At first glance, it doesn't seem related. And then when you search it again, it says, at second glance, it doesn't seem related. This fucking game. Okay. Okay. I'm going to try to search these boys on their own. James Garland. Okay. Right, we know everything about the fried eye. They weren't in Portland, were they? No. Where did we find this? How did we get to here? I'm trying to remember. There's something to find here. Yeah. Two brothers own a small walk-up window in Boston called Fried Eye, a play on tie-dye shirts that the servers wear. It exclusively serves vegetarian dishes. Most of the offerings are heavily inspired by Thai and Indian food. My father was a chef. My mother grew up on a farm. Before we were old enough to go to school, we spent our days with my aunt. We go shopping and cook as a family. They have a signature dessert, the Sistine apple. It's actually secretly named after them. Because Sistine rhymes with Christine, right? So if it's Christine Sapple? I don't know. But that's not her name on the thing. I don't know what I'm trying to do here. Maybe Smith? Like a Granny Smith apple? It says her last name is Pharaoh. I'm just wondering if for some reason she might have changed her name. Hi, Hudson takes over. Christine Pharaoh hired. Oh my God. Yeah. Nothing. Book made by him and the other dude. Isn't it? Wait a minute. Oh, Mark Zimmer. Right, but he stole it. Oh my gosh. Did I write any of that stuff down? Anonymous. Guy bullshit. Miracle bullshit. It was in guy bullshit, I'm pretty sure. Oh, the ASL lady. Right. Is, I think, this last person. Oh my god, I totally forgot about this. Sue Ford? Yes, I really like the hint system in this game too. As Ford's bio mentions, she's not deaf herself, but learned sign language to communicate with the deaf. Right. Grandorf was the last name of the founder. When was Sue hired? Susan Ford in 1979. Grandorf Dove donation happened right after she was moved to office staff. This man. But how do I find a picture of her? I might need to just do the fun thing where I just... Or, actually, let's search for the school in periodicals. Because I don't think I did that yet. Oh! Grandorf School for the Deaf has made a few odd appearances here and there in the Butler County Times since 1990. It's not too many that you can't look at all of them, so after scrolling through a few pages, you manage to find something incredibly useful in an article that isn't even focused on the school itself. Local students provide key evidence in scientific study. The article from March of this year mentions that the Ford sisters, who attend public school in Butler County, are one of only a handful of identical twins in the world who suffer from two different genetic issues. One of them has asthma, the other has a deadly allergy to peanuts. Their mother, Susie Ford, who is principal at a nearby Grandorf School for the Deaf, was originally contacted by researchers looking to identify if there were any sets of twins where one was born deaf and the other was not. While she didn't have any twins attending her school, she asked if her daughters, Melissa and Heather, could be useful. Oh my gosh. Melissa Ford and Heather Ford. Ho ho. They couldn't be more different. My youngest, we all call her that even though it's only by about 15 minutes, is shy, but essentially hasn't stopped running from the moment she learned to scamper. Asthma has kept her sister off the soccer field, but she's the definition of extrovert and is even performing in a local production of Is There Life After High School later this year. The article includes a picture of the girls, which is added to your evidence. The Ford twins were used as part of a nationwide study of how allergies and other diseases affect twins differently. The twin on the left is holding an inhaler. The twin on the right is holding an EpiPen. Okay. How old would they be now? Are they considered K through 12? I kind of doubt it. I guess we'll find out. And then their mom. So now we can search for Susie Ford. If you need a brain cleanser, there's a built-in minigame if you search for Family Doku. Oh, all one word. Family Doku website for information on the logic puzzle book written by Christoph Rogan. There's a post about the computer version of the puzzles. When we launched the demo version of Family Doku at home, a lot of our fans were excited about our intuitive, revolutionary interface and how clever the initial 5 puzzles were. When we launched the full version, even though we doubled the number of puzzles present, many of our users were upset by the length of the game despite it being available for the comparatively low price of $19.95. We'd like to offer our sincere apology to anyone who felt the game was too short. If you purchased the game before July 8th, 1999, please email us your mailing address and we'll send you a 25% off coupon for the Alphabet Davis book of your choice. Series of pencil and paper logic puzzles created by Christoph Rogan, the author of the Alphabet Davies series. They were originally published every Sunday in the newspaper and are collected in several volumes of books. Coming soon, a digital version of Family Doku called Family Doku at Home. Installing FamilyDoku.exe. Welcome to Family Doku. Now you too can play the addicting puzzle, taking the world by storm. Every puzzle has only one correct solution. The following rules will dictate who goes where. Rectangles denote descendants of the family. Ovals denote spouses who married into the family. Both men and women can be spouses. All marriages are between a man and a woman unless marked with a rainbow. Children's last names are always inherited from their father, even if their father is a spouse. Siblings have all been named in alphabetical order by first name from left to right. Family members with the same first name must follow special generational rules. If men, they must be father-son or grandfather-grandson. If women, they must be mother-daughter or grandmother-granddaughter. Okay. And they'll be in alphabetical order. Rob and Missy, and then Bethany, Martha. Okay. Okay. No, that doesn't make any sense. That also doesn't make any sense. Oh my God, get it together. I haven't had enough caffeine for this. I know, I was literally just looking at my coffee like, all right. All right, I need you to do some heavy lifting for me, sir. Family members. Right. Yeah, someone told us to get this. You search for family doku inside of the Roottrees search engine, and then it'll be like, oh, we've now got a digital version, family doku at home, and then when you search for that, it just automatically downloads the executable file. And then you can play it. It's making me think just as hard, if not harder, but it's less breadcrumb following and more logic puzzle, which I'm fine with. Okay, so let's say it's this. But it can't be that, right? Because there's going to be 3 kids with the same name. Although, if it's Carrie, Gertrude... Oh, they're out of order. Right. It's in alphabetical order. So then that doesn't work. Earl, Gertrude, Sam is the patriarch, and then Gertrude, Opal. Gertrude marries Felix. I didn't realize they had the same name. That probably would have helped me a lot. Iris Geller. M.O. Oh. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. Father and son share both first and last name. They must have a junior. This pattern continues with the third, the fourth, etc. Okay. Michael Dean Jr. Right. M-N. So it has to be Aaron. Oh no. God. But he can't be there though. Oh no, he can. No, he can. He can. And then these have to be here because both of those letters come after M. The alphabetical order thing is the biggest clue for all of this, I'm realizing. That has to be Tyler and then Michael. Okay, I'm getting it now. I'm getting it now. An ad break? Disgusting! Wait, why? Why? Ugh. Ugh. It's fine. I might go get Sam's heater. Cause it's cold. Brother, ooh. Ooh, baby, do you know what that's worth? Ooh, heaven is a place called Earth. Bop, 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 bop. Bop, bop, bop. Okay, fine. I will go get the heater. I'll be right back. Hello. Game? Game crash? How come every time I click off of this game and then try to click back onto it, it's like, I've died. I give up. Goodness gracious. Yeah, it's a feature, actually. Okay. Okay, so these are going to be like this. So there are going to be 2 Mark Poppers. Huh? Right. Grandparent and then parent. Oh my goodness. Good night. Sleep well. Sleep well. Okay. All right, Popper Locket. Right, duh. If a father and son share both first and last name, they must have junior, and hyphenated names are created from the last. Right. Okay. Wally Hoot Jr. So this got to be Wally Hoot. Oh, Hoots and Owls. Very cute. Wait. This got to be Wally Hoot. Yeah, it's a game built into Roottrees. Oop. Ugh. Might have to be this. What is this? This isn't attached to anybody. Who's this? Is it your partner? Yeah, there should be a little line. Oh, it just does do this. Right? Just without kids. I think Margaret has to be a kid, right? Oh. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. No, that doesn't make sense either. Because why would he pass on? Why would he wind up a carny? But this is the only motherfucker that has another child. Atlas Radio, thank you. I'm glad that made you angry, made you laugh. Both, maybe? I don't know. Okay. So, okay. There's two Patricks. They have to come one after the other. This guy can't be here because because his name is hyphenated. He has to be the first one, right? So he passes on Roberts to his 3 kids. And this has to be... Oh my God. The kids have to be in that order. But then... all the kids wind up with the name Carney. And there isn't a rainbow here. So it's not a gay relationship. I'm gonna lose my mind. Oops, right. Same situation. But their names come in alphabetical order. I'm screaming, I'm throwing shit. I'm unleashing an invasive plant species into your mushroom garden that's easy to kill but mildly annoying. Oh, come on, man. Think of the frogs. They're innocent. Unless, oh my gosh, is it this? I think this is it. And then this is Patrick Carney. Yes, I know. Calm down. And Patrick Roberts, because grandparents. Okay. And then Crystal Womack. Ike, Louise, Mortimer. Okay. The frogs aren't innocent. I saw them wrapping a body in a carpet last night. What the heck? Guys, what have I told you about bodies in the office? Unreal. I'll talk to them later. It's a health hazard, you know? It's the principle of the thing. Okay. Bum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba. Chad Hamilton. Oh, but they should have only had one child. Okay, hold on. Wait. Angela and Chad Hamilton have Morty Hamilton Thorne. But wait, then there's another Trisha Hamilton. Ugh. Oh yeah, this was fine. And then Trisha Hamilton. Right. We can't have two Angelas here. So this will have to be Angela. What do you mean? Maybe this. So then Carlton Horn. Trisha Sloan and Sophie. Yay! A rainbow relationship. Finally. In puzzle 8. Ooh, Larry Chung Jr. and Larry Chung the third. Damn. I'm assuming this then. Wait, no. Larry Chung. Larry Chung? Because I think the pews are this. So then this would be Larry Chung Jr., Larry Chung the third. Okay, let's assume that's right. And Christine Chung. Okay, and then the pews. Toby Pugh. Amy. Francine. Patton. Wait. Because that's going to interfere with this rule. Chase Carlton, Mark Carlton. There's another Mark Pugh. So it could be Mark Pugh. Why? Oh, right. Chase Carlton and then Mark Carlton. Why? Why not? Okay. Child's last name will always be passed down from the rectangle above them. From the rectangle. Okay. Right. I doubt it'll let two Tobys marry each other. But why? Right, because of the Carltons. I think this has to be right. In which case, this has to be right, because it's the only Pew name that comes before F. Nope, no. Sorry. Okay, got it. This looks like it'll hurt my brain. Yeah. It is nice, though. It is nice to not be, like, Google searching for stuff in this game for a hot minute. I'm wondering if I should save a couple of these puzzles for if I get annoyed, but I'm kind of in it now, you know? I'm in the thick of it now. It's more fun live. I can be a VOD girly if I missed a lot. Of the, like, base root tree game, we have not done much here. I'll show you what we've done so far today. I remembered that there was the interpreter lady, so we filled her name in and then found information about her 2 daughters. So we put them in here. We found out his ex-wife's name and that she had her children take the name Webb. So we know that their kids together have the name Webb, but we couldn't find them yet. And I think that's basically it. We haven't done any like hard-hitting stuff today. And then somebody was like, did you know there's a game inside of this game called Family Doku? So we started doing that. So yeah, that's where we're at. Yeah, we didn't do too much. Yeah, this is a game inside of the game that we were told about in chat. So thank you so much. Okay, so we've got 3 Peter Sprouts. So that's neat. That's a neat thing. And I think it needs to go here in order for it to make sense, because there aren't actually that many sprouts. Although I guess, well, we'll just place it. We'll see. Peter Sprout Jr., Peter Sprout the Third. Vincent Sprout. Danielle Sprout. No. I think it'll have to be this. Because then either... Yeah, because Danielle couldn't go in either of these spots. But Danielle can go here. But what about Vincent Sprout? Oh no, that's Priscilla. Maybe it is this. It's just this. And then Vincent. Maybe that makes sense. And then the leads. No, because I think it has to be that. Wait, but then... Okay. Circles aren't females. No. Incorrect. Circles are spouses. Squares or rectangles are blood relatives. Nice try! Slaps. We got a bunch of cloths here. I feel like... Why can't that be Chris? Because where would that name come from, I guess? Miriam leads. Wait, please tell me it's not going to be mad about this. No, hold on. Calm down. Okay, good. Okay, this has to be Chris. And then Sally Mandel and Sally Clough. Yay! Yeah, they give you a huge list of rules that you have to follow in order to complete the puzzles. It does not follow any, like, traditional, like, the names have to be in alphabetical order. Rectangles are blood relatives. Ovals are spouses, etc. Yeah. If adopted, the child's last name will be passed down from the rectangle. You know, it's like lots of specific rules. So many Antonellis. James Pepper and James Pepper Jr. Hot dog. Okay, we got a bunch of Peppers, a bunch of Antonellis. 3 Ondens. Oh, And the Levines, which I think can be here. Because I'm pretty sure, I don't know why. I don't know why I'm so sure about this, but I feel like these are Antonellis. But that doesn't make any sense, does it? No, because they all change names, so they have to be Levines, I think. Okay, and then we have a Peter Antonelli. M-N-O-P... Why? Why are you mad about that? Oh, because they share first and last name. Right. Okay, let's get rid of that. Hold on. Okay. Okay. That can work. And then we got Corbin Levine back on his throne. And then the Peppers, possibly. Oops, no. James Pepper. Okay. L.S. So now here's the problem with the bells. Matriarch. That'll work. No! Spell clearance. Ike. There we go. Oh, that was the last one! No! Oh, okay. Exit. All right. We're back in research hell. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Right, so we found some of this. Heather and Melissa. Susan Ford now goes by Susie Ford. But I don't think that did anything. But we could look for her in periodicals, I guess. Right, Miss Susie Ford. Oh, didn't she say that the younger one was the one with the inhaler? I think she did. My youngest is shy, but hasn't stopped running from the moment she learned to scamper. Asthma kept her sister off the soccer field. Oh, never mind. Asthma. EpiPen. Okay. Okay. Did you get anything for completing those? No, it's an extra little, it's a mini game. It has nothing to do with the actual game. Now we have to play the game. I know. Ah. Nia Alves. Let's see if we can find out more about Nia. Biz? No. Massive media group owned and run by a mysterious woman named Sonia Alves. Sonia Alves is a common name in Brazil. She shortened her name to Nia to stand out in the public eye. Nia received a significant inheritance and invested it in many different manufacturing businesses in her hometown in Brazil. Okay, so we wanted to cross-reference this. 1980. Because we think it wasn't an inheritance, right? We think that she was paid off to not talk about her affair with him. Grandorf Dove donation. Right, and this is when Ernie took over and was like, the fuck is going on in this company? Y'all, what is this? That's a lot of X. It's a lot of X. What, these? Sure, people splitting up. So the original game is figuring out this family tree. And then this is an extra game that was added on top when they released it on Steam, which is finding out the infidelities of this family throughout the years. Who decided let's make caviar flavored candy? This dumb bitch. taps the title. This fucking idiot. He thought it would be good for them to do candy that made people feel like they were rich too, just like the Roottrees. And everyone was like, that's nasty, dude. What nasty candy flavors? And he was like, what do you mean? I kissed a lot of girls and they all said that they loved the idea of caviar flavored candy. And then he showed us all of his receipts and said, look at all these girls I've kissed. And then the game was over. No? All right, fine. No. Oh, Suarez. Right. So, we tried Nia Suarez? No. But when we search for Sonia Suarez, nothing really comes up. Flavio comes up, but then we found his mom had changed her name, but we still can't find, like... Let's try in the periodicals, shall we? One of the wealthiest media companies in South America. Too many results. Did we search for Flavio in Teen Blast? I'm sure we did. Oops. Right, because he's dating Ashley. Is it the same thing? Yeah. Business Watch has mentioned her by name a few times. The most relevant appearance seems to be an article about the struggles of American media companies to do business with their foreign counterparts due to differences in laws. Africa and the Middle East. It's also discussed. I think I read this already. Nia is private about her identity. Supposedly once used her connections to have a reporter fired from a rival network and blacklisted. Okay. Okay, let's see. Yeah, maybe let's look up some people we've already looked up before. She was relocated to Pennsylvania when she began suffering from Alzheimer's. In one of the most upscale memory care facilities in Pittsburgh. Backlash toward the reporter that tracked Lauren down. They had a photo of her and Clark. So let's see if we can find that, because we're nasty. I feel like I might be missing a periodical, because I keep feeling like the game is trying to tell me, like, hey, there should be something about this somewhere, and I'm like, that's really neat. Where? Pittsburgh. Ooh. Baby photo! Yes, they had their baby. Brian Jones has been busy updating Stephanie Jones' campaign website. You see a picture of their new family together in the hospital. According to the site, our daughter was named after her grandmother, which ended up being very fitting considering she was born the night before Christmas. The second is what's next. There's not much of substance there right now. It lists some small accomplishments and finishes with the recent rise in popularity and controversy surrounding my extended family, there has been some extra attention on me. Stay tuned for announcements in the coming months about how I plan to use this publicity to accomplish bigger and better things. Okay, nice. Yay! Cutie pies. Brian. Stephanie. Oh no. Oh, Stephanie. Uh-oh. What was your name? Landon. A politician. And her bambino. Yes, we get to use the baby occupation again. We love it. Okay, and she's named after her grandmother, who is Clara. Right? I'm not dumb, right? Mom, grandmother, Clara. is it? Does not have Clara. It has Carol, though, which would make sense with the Christmas thing. Her grandmother, Carolyn. Oh my God, I'm a goofball. Yeah, Carol. Cute. Okay. I made that same oopsie too. Oh, goodness. Okay. So that should be 1, 2, 3, 4. So maybe I have these names swapped. Oh! Okay. Yay. 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 Okay, and then this is... Oh no, what was the other daughter's name? Shit! Oh my goodness. Melissa. Okay, so that's one locked in for the next round that we know is absolutely right. We know he's right. That's good. Ugh. His dad is locked in. They're locked. She's locked in, which tells me that this is right. So that's good. Did she have a different last name originally? Maybe I was missing another Susan that worked here before with a different last name. No. Susan Ford. Yeah, I wish I could change this to baby. That would make me really happy. Well, so in the game, their explanation for that is that they are getting, because this family is so famous, they're getting flooded with people who are like, I'm a root tree. And so I guess since this is like my job and I did all of this work for them, they're like, can you find information like about people that may have a claim, and we'll get DNA tests done? I don't know. I don't give a shit. It's, you know what? It's the game. Here, let's use a hint. 5 P's is a musician. Maybe some of his music could be helpful to you. Have I not looked for his music? Please don't tell me I've been that silly. Have I not looked for his music? On a song, 17 magazine. The intro states it was written on Davy's 17th birthday. It involves a fictional but glorified series of murders at a fashion show for a teenage magazine with a similar name to the song title. Definitely looked all this up before. I totally get that. No, I completely understand, and I appreciate the restraint on everyone's part. Watching me play this game when you've already played it and knowing the answer to things. Right. His most recent album, Root of All Evil. According to various sources, the album is mostly material 5Ps recorded for his mixtapes, re-recorded with lyrical differences and professional production. All Your Problems was the first and only single released. After dropping the single, 5Ps announced he'd retain the infamous celebrity lawyer Stevie Whitlock to sue his family. The single didn't make much of a splash, but Whitlock, known for publicity stunts, paid thousands of teenagers a few dollars an hour to call and request the video on MTV, which increased its profile. MTV eventually caught on and banned the video, which in turn received national news coverage and made the song even more popular. Okay. Oops. All Your Problems. Hey. Here we go. This track is the only new song on the album. The subject matter of the song is the hypocrisy of those that claim money is evil. He points out that the only people who think money is evil are those that have it, those that can afford not to be greedy. And the song 5Ps triumphantly talks about taking the Roottrees' wealth due to it being his birthright and giving it to those who need it most. Found a copy of the song on a suspicious-looking website. Great. And then I'd also like to look up this dude. None of this seems related. No! A lawyer with a history of publicity stunts and grandstanding. She's managed to rack up quite a few legal victories for C-list celebrities and athletes. She became famous in the mid-1980s after successfully suing a multinational sandwich company whose 12-inch subs were actually an average of 11.5 inches long. Stevie argued that since the company sold 1 billion sandwiches per year, that was enough missing sandwich to make a sub long enough to span from New York to Los Angeles. The jury awarded her a paltry $5,000, but the news coverage of her crusade turned out to be priceless. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. You guys ready to listen to 5Ps?
Attention. Attention, Roottrees. This is 5Ps coming at you from the real world.
Oh my God.
You know, the place you ain't ever lived in.
Oh my God.
Hypocrites sitting back in your massive estates, built from the cash that your ancestors gave you, acting like you somehow deserve it based on your family's creations. Yo, but looky here, sonny, don't you come for our money, or you might burn bright in hellfire someday, like that Madsen chick and her two dads. My pappy's cleansing trust should keep you away. Yo, it's disturbing catching a sermon from a geezer who's never known hurt, but blurts out these claims that somehow we're sinners because we didn't earn it. When all of your worth it came free with your name, you expect me to treat your lectures on greed as some expert creed from heat without blame. How about instead I turn my other cheeks and spread them. When
Damn.
you give me a kiss, you'll know just where to aim.
You say money is the root of all
folks burning spoons for the needle. So once more with passion, tell this poor tragic orphan how your mansions and Porsches are actually horrible.
How I'm better off penniless, grasping for morsels. How wanting my share,
That's actually extortion. With your candy ass name, synonymous with sweets. Oh, you wanna call me classless? I'm gangster from Portland, but I play that game. I came up on the streets. The only streets you reppin' are Park Place and Boardwalk. Hypocrisy, monopoly is toppling. When I knock, have G's.
top off my pockets, please.
Cause the same God that got to steal my mom from me is what he wants, right? For you to live in poverty. And if you're suddenly not eager to unhand that fortune, that's unfortunate. I guess I'm gonna have to take my portion. And I'll do it all legally. Class action, courtroom, decorum. I'm way past your fancy ass dormant.
You say money is the root of all your problems. Let me take those problems away.
It's catchy, dude.
Money is the root of all your problems. Let me take those problems away. You say money is the root of all your problems. Let me take those problems away.
Whoever calls dollars the root of all evil, just trying to make small pursuits of real people. You silver spoon thieves, you're the world's purest treacle, while real world folks burning spoons for the needle. Whoever calls dollars the root of all evil, just trying to make small pursuits of real people. You silver spoon thieves, you're the world's purest treacle, while real world folks burning spoons for the needle.
Damn, 5Ps, go hard. Damn. Okay. Okay. Ba 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 ba. Okay. Okay. I don't know that that really led me to much is the issue. Like, we already have him locked in. And apparently, Stevie Whitlock didn't take me anywhere. So let's do another one. Found a lot of important information in your last investigation. Now that some time has passed, it's worth looking into some of it again. Right, which is what we were doing. Okay, fine. All right, let's see. Many websites and news articles eulogize Carl Roottree along with his daughters and wife Brenda. As far as you can tell, Carl and Brenda Roottree never had any marital issues. You do come across an article about a Kristen Valdez who claims to have been Carl's high school sweetheart before Brenda. She doesn't make any claim about having a child with him. She just appeared to be paid to talk about his early life. Most of it's boring. She says they met up when he was sent to a private school near her hometown and broke up when he graduated and moved back to Butler County. Okay. The website you used to initially place Raina, Rose, and Riley is still up, though instead of the cheery pink background with purple text, it's a more traditional black text on white background. The young webmaster has turned the site into a memorial for the sisters and their father. It seems like she did end up getting her ears pierced like Rose after all. Regardless, there's no relevant information, just a picture of the girls with a sad MIDI piano playing in the background. From other high-profile sites, you find that a charity has been set up in the girl's name. Right, but when I look for this, I don't really see anything. Okay, let's search for Brenda. Stumbled across an auction for a black and blue dress that's a Brenda White original. Vintage dress from before Brenda became Brenda Roottree. Right, okay. She seems unrelated. Right. It's awarded to 3 underprivileged high school girls each year who wish to pursue a career in fashion. Right. It's managed by Ruby Legal, which we looked into and found Ruby Spratt. Right. I tried looking up Miracle. Ooh! For the release of 6 pieces, Caroline Morden did a television interview. Someone has uploaded a partial transcript of that interview on the television section of a messaging community. The transcript is only her answers and is missing questions. Creates a somewhat confusing reading experience, but does give you a bit more history about Caroline and some of her family members. Ooh! It's like a play on 60 Minutes. Thanks for having me. I've never really fit into the family. It didn't surprise me. She could have put me in if she wanted to talk about the time during my activism days when I almost got arrested for stealing the spark plugs out of all her tractors, but I don't really think it fit her narrative. They never tried to kick me out or send me to live on a farm, if that's what you mean, but I was already pretty unpopular, and once everyone learned why I divorced my husband, few people paid me any attention. She's my wife, not legally, but we've been together for half our lives. Call it what it is. I was 20 and had just had my daughter. I hate to look back on that time because I was a terrible mother the first few years. I left my daughter with my ex-husband and followed Guy on a private jet to Europe. He lost a tooth and a client. I found love and a better understanding of who I was. Still, in our family's eyes, his trip was somehow more acceptable. Explain that. He lost a tooth and a client. I found love. So, oh, interesting. Okay. So she went with him on the trip where he got punched in France. Couldn't stand him. Our family wrote off his behavior like he was some huge fan of romance or women, but he didn't like the entire woman. It was doubly awkward for me because he was more supportive than most. I slowly figured out it was because he assumed I would be as shallow as he was. He was a workaholic. He seemed nice enough and did a good job. I didn't know him well. That was one of Sam's problems with our family. None of us did except Carl. Honestly, I get why she's pissed. I'd rather not speak ill of the dead, not unless you want more stories about Guy. With Carl, though, all I can say is we used to be friends before they sent him to private school. He came back a lot judgier. It made sense when they made him president. He was a lot like my father after they disciplined the fun out of him. After I started protesting the farms, he stopped returning my calls. He's harder to label. When I was a teenager, he was basically drunk or high or both all the time. He actually used to sell me pot. His problems with women were different than Guy's. But he never really judged me. I guess he knew it would be pretty hypocritical to judge anyone for anything. Back then, he was destructively unreliable in every way. Nowadays, he's just kind of boring and old. I prefer that to how he used to be. And to Guy and Carl, but it's still a cautionary tale. I hope I'm never that boring and old. Okay, I assume... Hold on. So... I think... she's talking about Clark there. That he used to be a lot of fun and sell her pot, right? When he was, like, in his hippie days. And now he's finally, like, settled down and he's boring, right? So this is the person that wrote that, Caroline. I love the energy of I don't want to speak ill of the dead except Guy. So this is about Carl. This is about Clark, I'm pretty sure. He was a workaholic. He seemed nice enough and did a good job. I didn't know him well. That was one of Sam's problems with our family. None of us did except Carl. Maybe talking about him? No. My daughter with my ex-husband and followed Guy on a private jet to Europe. He lost a tooth and a client, so that was France. I found love and a better understanding of who I was. Still, in our family's eyes, his trip was somehow more acceptable. Explain that. Okay. And I assume this is about, like, since Six Pieces is entirely about the family member that got cut out for being gay, right? And she's a lesbian. So this is probably where they asked her about that. Like, did they ever try to cut her out, I guess. And where they're asking, like, why do you think you weren't part of the book, I guess. Okay. Okay. So, a couple more things that we could find on here. Have we looked up Ronald? Ron was announced as president of Roottrees during the Rift. Ron has done some interviews saying that the truth of what went on behind the scenes is not something he wishes to discuss. Ron's mother, Gwen, died in Paris, France. He and his brother, Robbie, have seemingly made amends. Right. Robbie was released from French prison after serving a few years for assault. His embezzlement and arrest were partially featured in Six Pieces, as Robbie's participation in the Clans of Trust was a key piece of evidence in Sam's favor. Have since become much more publicly infamous. He has not yet returned to the United States, but when journalists reached out to him recently after the death of his mother, he had issued a blanket statement a few days ago. The death of my mother was hard on our family. My brother and I, after spending time together caring for her and mourning, have finally made amends. It was a highly transformative few weeks when it came to our relationship. I'm in recovery from my addiction, and a major aspect of that process is I wish to stay private. Okay. I think we should look for this again. Oh my God. Chris Rafferty's Prodigy site seems to have been discovered by the masses. Gone are the art pictures of his cousins. Instead, it's a list of questions that people keep emailing him. The most relevant ones are the following. Are you the son of Clark? Yes, but I didn't grow up with him. I remember him from when I was a little kid. I moved away with my mom when I was very young. We left Pennsylvania and moved back home to Virginia. We lived there with Pete, my stepdad. My dad and I spoke a few times when I found his phone number on a check he sent us in the mail when I was 15. He was happy to hear from me, and now he calls me once a month and came to visit me in college. He tells me about things I don't remember, people like Guy Hudson and Ernie Madsen. My dad and I get along, but obviously we aren't close. Did you ever meet the Roottrees? I used to know the Roottrees, but never the sisters. I was in the office sometimes when I was a kid. I definitely met Guy Hudson before he died, but I don't remember. My memory is weird. It's hard to know what I actually remember and what I only think I do because I have pictures. For example, I have a photo from when I was 5 and in the office with my dad, and Guy was there. I made myself sick by eating chocolate. A woman who I don't know cleaned my face. I don't know if my memories of that come from the picture or not. That photo has been added. Okay. How did you have proof of Ernie Madsen's heart condition? I knew Ernie had a heart problem because my dad told me on one of our phone calls. I asked him about the poison because I saw it on the Root Tree Curse website. He emailed some old stuff, including the proof, but even with the proof, the website didn't take it down. You spelled fiance wrong. I'm not good at spelling or writing. I'm good at paintings and art. I'm going to school to learn how to edit movies. I want to make cartoons someday. Lulu is much better at spelling. Okay. Cute. There's Guy. There's his dad. And who's this? Okay. So what year was it? Because that'll be his secretary at that time, right? So when was this? Oh my gosh. This is very exciting. Look at this smug idiot. A baby. And his dad. And then that might have been Christine. I think that might time out, right? In which case, that's 1, 2. Oh my gosh, that's very exciting. I gotta say, I've been watching these streams in the morning. My wife keeps coming in and going, egg cream? Give your wife a high five from me. That's really funny. Dude, I've never felt so bamboozled in my life. This Piketty thing is annoying the shit out of me. Seven? Ugh. Okay, that's all locked in. We've almost got Guy locked in. What the fuck is going on over here? I can't find any of this shit. We know that he boned an Elizabeth, a secretary named Elizabeth. And that's it. That's like all that we know. Okay, let's look at more of this. Fine. Jim and Diamond's marriage is doing fine. And there's no rumors of infidelity. Happy for them. Okay, should I look up each of the presidents? Is that what it's like trying to imply to me, maybe? So he was president number 1, and then it was Zach, who I think we looked up. Why is it so hard to find information about you, dude? Zachariah, and then it was Guy. And then it was Ernie. Oops. Madsen, right? Did a story about the plane crash. The previous version of this one that mentions Ernie Jr. I just want to look for Ernie Jr. Okay. Let's do another one. Nope, same hint. Okay. Same hint. Same hint. Okay. We just looked for this, didn't we? Yeah. And then they say that there's a reporter that took a picture of her and Clark. Yeah, I've never done that. I've never clicked it more than once, but I will. Your evidence goes over the most important people and events from okay. Right. Which I know. So what if I click it again? Lauren was your best source of information. Maybe she can help us again. Ah! What do you think I'm trying to do, Duck? My favorite hints are the ones that are like, you're doing exactly what we want you to do, just not the right way. Okay. And then I think I tried searching for her in all of the periodicals. Use time. Dickety. These are all old. Not that one, but it wasn't going to be that one, was it? Okay. Okay. There's a single passage that focuses on potential affairs in her immediate family. You've added it to the rest of your evidence. Oh my god. Okay, amazing. An entry entitled Cruelty from Lauren Roottrees' diary, written in 1963. It focuses on the relationship between her mother and father. While it offered only redundant information during your previous investigation, it mentions the subject of affairs and may be more useful this time around. I'm no stranger to true love. Jacob and I married at an age that most deem unfit for marriage, but he was also enlisting at an age that most deem unfit for war. Damn! Snaps. We had no choice. I knew in my heart that our marriage was one for the ages. He and I would still be together today if not for Okinawa. That was nearly 20 years ago, but there's still an emptiness to my soul. I do not understand my contemporaries. So many girls I went to school with have taken multiple lovers. So many of my girlfriends' husbands have been unfaithful. If I'm able to remain true to the ghost of a man with no chance of physical reciprocation, no potential for long conversation, how could it be so hard to love someone you can reach out and touch, someone you can joke with? I've not had to deal with such madness at home. My parents are a perfect match in the worst way. My mother's cruelty is a perfect fit for my father's general spite. In turn, Pop's status enables her incessant need to gloat and feel superior. I've grown up with their cruelty and disdain for others my entire life. Even my family remains unspared. They make fun of my grandpop and his family sayings, blood is thicker than syrup, but nothing's thicker than Elias. They mimic Grandma Gwyneth's lisp and see her kindness as a weakness. Eliath, please, remember them. Not even our family's maladies and religion go unmocked. Remember, God only put one eye in miracle. I can say without a doubt in my mind, my parents have never had eyes for anyone outside their marriage. They're too self-centered to look astray. Elias, remember Sam. God only put one eye in miracle. Because he's missing an eye, right? That's why he wears glasses all the time. But so what are we supposed to learn from this? Their parents sucked. But parents have never had eyes for anyone outside their marriage. Okay. I think this was just to show us that we don't need to be looking here, right? But we already know who all of the infidelitors are. The missing issue of Piketty attracted a particular group of people. Now we're talking. This is what I wanted help with. Okay. Sicily. Subject was Guy Hudson. The issue was said to contain pictures Sicily did not have the rights to publish. What was it called, though? They said what it was called. Where was that? Magazine. The Big Sass Sea Bass. This. Talking fish that sits on a fake mount on your wall. This one doesn't sing. Appeared on the cover. The issue was removed. Right for conspiracy theories about what the Roottrees were trying to keep from people. What was the conspiracy site from before? Good notes tab name. Guys bullshit. That's my favorite one. This one's called Miracles Bullshit, but it just doesn't fit on the tab. What was the conspiracy site from before? The Roottrees sued the magazine. Right. And the Roottrees use... So I think I came to this conclusion before, but I didn't know how to connect them. So this is their legal company. Right? And I was trying to figure out... how to connect the two. They had a lawsuit against Sicily. What if I take this? Really? Right. I mean, I think the answer to this is either conspiracy theorists or the Roottrees, because the Roottrees are the ones that sued her. They said it's a collector's item. Oh my goodness. Right. I know! Do I just search for that? Did I not search for just that already? Like, what do you want? I've already tried just conspiracy. Doesn't do anything. What about conspiracy theory? Oh my god. Okay. That's dumb. That pisses me off. During your initial search, you came across Thomas Overwood's conspiracy page about the Roottrees. 8 months later, the page still exists and is thriving. The visitor counter has reached 7 digits. Many older articles have been replaced. It seems that the recent uprising in Roottree news has left Thomas Overwood with a constant stream of events to base new theories on. More than one of his theories involve Roottree deaths being fake. According to Overwood, statistically, when you have this many high-profile people who have died in a family, the odds are that one of them faked their death. It's just math. The newfound focus on death faking seems to coincide with a post mentioning that he's begun believing the guy's not dead theory. In his own words, my eyes have been opened. All of this is beginning to make too much sense. One of his posts details the belief that Ron Roottree is still in charge. Gwyn Roottree's death was faked. Clark is only there to throw people off. Apparently, this allowed Ron to travel to France to develop their new candy recipe in secret. Another is about the rapper 5Ps. He can't possibly be a Roottree. One of his first album songs, when he was performing under the devil name, actually mentioned that he wanted to have sex with Raina. Not even Sam Madsen is spared. According to Overwood, the author of 6 Pieces isn't real. Sam Madsen is an anagram for Am Madness. They're purposefully leaving hints for us. He claims that by using 6 Pieces with Lauren Roottree's book as a one-time pad, he has begun to decrypt a cipher. Most of the cipher has seemed meaningless, but he managed to pick out the words people and vastness and is working on figuring out what it means. There's also a request at the bottom. Next year, 2000, is a leap year. Overwood is looking for funds and volunteers to catch the Roottrees red-handed in Operation RT-29. He specifically mentions not to volunteer if you've ever drunk Sprite Cola, but doesn't go into why. Oh my goodness. Right. Guy's not dead. Ooh! The Guy's Not Dead conspiracy stems from a website that focuses on clues that the Roottrees have supposedly hid all over the place. This includes on candy wrappers, in print advertisements, in television commercials, in their jingles, etc. The story, according to the website, is that Guy Hudson was a terrible president of the Roottree Company and introduced multiple failed products. Something needed to be done that would put the company immediately and instantly back in favor with consumers. They killed off Guy and replaced him with a new president. This move immediately garnered sympathy. The company recovered the next year, more popular than ever. The next president stayed much further out of the limelight. Some people even theorize he was simply Guy Hudson in a disguise, which is why he stopped appearing in public. The people who run the site are asking for help. They're certain that there's a clue to all of this that accidentally leaked in a banned article from the magazine Piketty. On their page is a scan of the magazine's cover, the interview with Cicely Sanchez about Guy Hudson, and some photos. Oh, here we go, gang. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Is this Nia? Oh my gosh. First from a magazine interview. The issue that it came from was pulled from the shelves. Piketty does not label its individual photos. Cicely was provided these photos by the Roottree Company for use in her book. Oh my gosh. think. I think that's probably right. Another picture of this bitch. Okay, and then... that's Zach. Piketty does not label. Right. So that's the new picture of Zach. So that's when he first took over. So that might have been her. Possibly. No, because then these would have locked in. Well. Ah, yes! Amazing. Amazing. Yes! Let's go! Let's go! Oh, I'm so happy. Oh? Oh, hey, gang.
Hey there, it's us. So I just have to say, the work you're doing here is fantastic.
Thanks, Sam.
So fantastic, in fact.
Yeah?
There goes Clark. Always the bad cop. Go ahead.
Well, our law firm, Ruby Legal Enterprises, is having trouble keeping up. They're actually begging us to stop submitting new root trees. They said it's getting difficult to verify your progress.
Well, consider that a good thing. I told Clark you'd get results.
She says that like I didn't believe her. Regardless, the bad news is
That's
it's
not
gonna
Sam,
take 5
that's Am
potential
Madness.
conditions before anyone locks in from now on. Good luck.
And keep up the good work.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So just two more lock-ins and we're done? Damn. Look at you, guy. I found your whole weird web. Okay. You claim to have been paid a significant amount to write a book about one of the root trees, Guy Hudson. He was president for a short period at the end of the 1970s. I met him on New Year's Eve, actually, the last night of 1978. Guy liked to throw big parties. I was just coming off of Changed Man and looking for my next project. When his wife learned who I was, she invited me to a party. They cornered me to talk about a book. That was the first time anyone recognized me from my work. I'd finally made it. The book they asked me to write sounded great, but then none of the stuff that made him interesting was allowed to stay. Chop, chop, snip, snip, anything with even the slightest threat to Guy's image ended up gonzo. What was the stuff that made him interesting? At his core, Guy wasn't complicated. In fact, I think I could boil him down to 2 traits. He wanted to be seen as the second coming of the great Elias root tree, and second, he'd never be satisfied living the life needed to be seen that way. He had his fortune and good looks. He really liked to exploit that to pick up women, but he couldn't let anyone else know, so it cost him a lot to cover it up. That was the only interesting aspect of Guy. He was James Bond trying to convince people he was Mr. Rogers, I guess. Mr. Rogers, really. Maybe that's not the best metaphor, but Elias Roottree was boring as all hell, all about family. Guy did everything he could to be seen that way. After I submitted my first draft, he sent me this garbage book, The Roottree Legacy, with Elias on the cover. The last time he and I met, he had even switched out his orange suits for the same green ones Elias wore. Remember fancy flavors? Guy knew that part of Elias's legacy was the 5-piece flavors, so that's what Guy tried to do too. Caviar was a disaster here, but it was actually somewhat popular in Brazil for whatever reason. In Christmas 1979, he went to Brazil to open the Roottree Brazil factory. Guy was always hopping around the world trying to recreate that success. How come the book never came out? It's complicated. I had an out in my contract. Surprisingly, Guy signed the contract my lawyers wrote without running it by anyone in his legal department. I could pull my name off the book at any time, but Guy still got the content. After I left, it probably got a lot harder to convince any real publisher to give it their time. He was the president, right? Do you know why he never released it? If I had to guess, his family very wisely put a stop to it. Mid-1981, months after I had already moved on, he called me back and showed me a final draft. Do you know how expensive it is to publish one copy of a book? It had my name on it in big, shiny, embossed letters. Like all problems in his life, throwing money at me was his attempt to win me back. But it had half the page count and the narrative was torn to bits. No thanks. The dinner was good. Imported steak that likely cost as much as a month of my mortgage. We all got pretty drunk. He sent his mistress, Susie something, to the bathroom to proposition me. Poor girl. I remembered her from our trips overseas. She was too good for him. And anyways, he died soon after. That was the last it ever came up. What can you tell us about the family? Any insight into the scandals from the recent book by Sam Madsen? I actually haven't read it. I just skimmed the sections on Guy to see why people were suddenly calling me up to ask about the man. I'd say she did well for what she had to work with. She only had rumors, whereas I spent time tailing him. Sometimes he knew, sometimes he didn't. He invited me to join them when dealing with Roottrees Brazil, but I actually had people on him when he went to Australia, France, and China, too. When he met with someone, I'd figured out who they were and how they were involved, doubly so if the meeting happened when he didn't want me to be around. Despite his best efforts, I got the whole truth, including things even his family never knew. For example, the daughter of his business partner in Australia, I think her name was Robin. He and she definitely spent a few nights together that he didn't want his family to know about, but I did. Madsen got things wrong. Sam mentions Guy's affairs and treats them like most people would logically think to treat them, like the infidelity was a problem for Patricia. When his wife first approached me, though, it wasn't to talk, if you get my meaning. On paper and in public, it was a marriage like any other. In reality, it was more of a mutually beneficial arrangement. They both got what they wanted out of it, the same thing. And what was that? I'm assuming I only have to spell it out so you can get it in writing for your readers. Women. Patricia enjoyed the company of women, and the swinger scene made that more accessible. I told her I wasn't interested in her and Guy. I found out later that if I had said yes, her next question would have been whether or not her husband had to be there too. Guy, on the other hand, was seen in a traditional marriage, and at the same time could bed any woman that found him charming. I can assure you that was exactly the type of marriage he was interested in. Okay. So he wanted her to write a fluff piece book, like Elias got a fluff piece book about him. Okay. It's a bummer to get all that info just after locking it in. You know, that's okay. I feel like we went about it the harder way, but we got there. So it's fine. This shit is still so hard to figure out for me. Right, and who's this lady? Who is this? Is that their lawyer? Or is that another picture of Susan? That might be Susan. Who is she? Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. You're now at the point that I am, and it's where I stopped. So good luck! Oh, God. Oh, goodness. Yeah. So... Beth Knox. And then by this year, she gets an anniversary bonus. But she's also fired. Joanna Fellows. Is that a name that we've got on here? Joanna, yeah. It keeps trying to run an ad, so let's take a super quick break and let it run an ad. I will be going for another 45 minutes, so we'll see if we can get any of Elias's tree, because he's pissing me off. Fantastic. Welcome back. Now... I was about to say, who wants to guess whether or not the game's going to crash? And like clockwork, this stupid game. And it's not, somebody was asking, am I like minimizing it or am I alt tabbing? I'm literally just clicking off of it. Slaps desk. Ah! It's fine. All right. Beth Knox. An old-timey secretary. So I still think Bess Williams, or whatever her name is, that made the fluff piece about him, is related to him. I also think Ruby Spratt is related to this family in some way. Right. And we found out that Ruby grew up in foster care in Portland with 5Ps. They both grew up in foster care. Or she was the generation after his. And 5Ps came to an event. Oh my gosh, what was it? Yeah, local teen making change for foster care system. Right. And they had like a music event. Dirty Davy. Right. Dedication ceremony for the Fountain of Youths, which is the same thing or isn't the same thing? No, this is called the Foster Fountain. Okay, so they're separate. Mayor of Portland made a speech. There were performances by multiple local entertainers. Poets, musicians, and dancers. Dirty Davy was listed as one of the musicians. Oh, they're the same. Okay, they're the same thing. Like, why are all of these kids associated with the Roottrees family winding up in Portland? Line, and she worked in an airport newsstand. When he was charged with assault of a fellow pilot and lost his job, they divorced. At the time, she was pregnant with their second daughter. She felt like she needed to get out before things got worse. She left him and moved to San Diego to live with her sister. Told her oldest that her dad had to fly planes for the army. She raised them both by herself. Although she never went through the trouble of changing their names legally, they used the web name so that nobody would connect them to her ex-husband. Oh, so legally their last name isn't Webb. It's still Clementine. Okay. What? Colleen Webb. Copy. Paste. Okay. Crocodile Clementine. Okay. Oh, Piketty magazine's kind of sleazy. They're not afraid to publish a few details more reputable news publications normally wouldn't. You look up the Billy Sims incident, it seems they did report on it. You gain a few new bits of information. Billy Sims was once arrested for throwing a Molotov cocktail at a company that was found to be testing their products on animals. According to police paperwork, Crocodile Clementine's bail was paid for by Tostarito Jacobson, and it was fairly expensive. Piketty interviewed other students that were at the event to find out if anyone knew anything. The word going around was that Mark Clementine showed up because his daughter Mary was graduating. Mary! That might be Mary. I don't know. We'll find out. Tostarito Jacobson. Fuegos Fiesta, a regional Mexican fast food chain, held a competition in 1993 that offered free meals for life to anyone that legally changed their name to Tostarito. The Tostarito was a burrito with a cylindrical tostada shell inside the flour tortilla. According to a few different sources, Tostarito Jacobson used to be named Lucinda. Oh my God. Lucinda Jacobson. What the heck? Who the hell is Lucinda? Okay. Copy. There's a Crime Blotter article about Edith Jacobson that also mentions a Helen Roottree and a Lucinda Jacobson. In 1971, when she was 18, Edith and her sister Lucinda were arrested for trespassing at the Miracle Congregation's church in Butler County. They were pretending to be church employees in an attempt to get into the room where the church houses their weekly tithings. The church didn't press charges. They were caught by Helen Roottree, who was there at the time while her husband Miracle was away preaching. Helen Roottree was quoted as saying, "Jesus forgives and so do we. The Lord works in mysterious ways, and I am confident he has brought these young women to us for a greater purpose." Huh. What? Oh my God. Okay, miracle bullshit. Okay. Edith Jacobson. Seems to be a partial corrupted list of archived articles from the Butler County Times. The article's cut off. It mentions an Edith Jacobson and an arrest. Copy. Arrested for trespassing at the Miracle Congregation Church. Oops. No. They don't talk about it. What about Piketty? No. Huh. I was hoping that would give me a new periodical. She paid Mark's bail. Why? The only confusing thing about how they have this set up is you want it to be like this, where the people across from each other are around the same age, but that's not how it is, because like this was 1921, this was 1949. So like these people aren't all going to be the same age, and this is in like a weird circle, like okay. Used to be named Lucinda. Billy Sims. Crocodile Clementine's bail was paid for by Tostorito Jacobson. Okay. Edith Jacobson and Lucinda Jacobson. In 1971, when she was 18. Yeah, it has nothing to do with it. We're literally just over here. trying to remember. Edith Jacobson is Miracle Jr.'s sister, or his wife. So her sister bailed him out of jail. Oh my goodness, dude. Bro. Da-da. 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 Ugh, dude. You can piece together the name of one of Crocodile Clementine's children. I sure can. I sure can. And I have. I sure can. Done. Her sister was a witch! Oh, it's just oneies. It's just ones all around here now. Ooh. Yeah, what is going on in here? Jacob and I married at an age that most deem unfit for marriage. God only put one eye in Miracle. Book tells you nothing new about Elias. The reissue of this book was so lazy they reused the famous photo of Elias from Business Watch. Best thing it has going for it is it's only 85 pages long. What does it want me to glean? Sam was very much not a fan of Guy. According to Six Pieces, it was an open secret within the family that Guy was very much not a fan of remaining faithful to his wife, Patricia. Many of their hires at the time were young single women. Guy often spent a lavish amount of money on private parties. One of Sam's farm supervisors was named Elizabeth. Elizabeth had a daughter who Sam never met, who worked as one of Guy's secretaries. Right, and we've got all of that. That was this. That's sorted. Guy's main positive contribution to the company involved expanding the markets, right, which we also followed up on. Sam speculates Elias may have cheated on Gwyneth. Gwyneth was much kinder to Sam than Elias was and was the first to invite Sam to family events. While she has no hard evidence, Sam always got the impression Gwyneth was able to coerce Elias into allowing Sam back into the family using some kind of leverage instead of it being a natural course of events. She mentioned that Elias and Gwyneth were known to loudly argue, sometimes about another woman. Sam says her son Ernie once asked her, "Who's Beth?" He overheard them yelling about someone with that name. As far as Sam knows, Elias once had a secretary named Elizabeth, but she never met her. Right. Which we've, like, Beth Knox, right? And I think I've looked for Beth Knox everywhere I could think of. But might as well do the old peeper. Beth Knox? Where you at, girl? Okay, what about Elizabeth Knox? Beth, where you at, girl? What you doing? What's going on? Anything good? Okay. I've looked for her here. And I've looked for just Beth Knox. Elizabeth. Oh, Elizabeth Cravensworth. Ooh, did she change her name? Beth Knox. Hold up. Oops. I assumed it had to be Beth Knox because she's the one who gets the 50, thanks for working for us for 50 years bonus. But I'm wondering if maybe there was a post about how long she had worked there. But then she would have been called Beth Knox. Oh, goodness. Nope. Let's see then. Beth Knox, 50-year work anniversary bonus in 1976. Which would make sense for her being his secretary. And she gets paid a shit ton of money. And all of the women so far in this game that were mistresses, so to speak, got paid a ton of money to be quiet. Look at this. Beth Knox gets $50,000 and Zach, the former president, gets $20,000. Shut the fuck up. Beth Knox got $50,000 for being a good secretary. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Maybe she was just really good. Maybe she was just a really good secretary. I'm not saying secretaries don't deserve to get $50,000 for dealing with bullshit for 50 years in a row. Especially this kind of bullshit. This man's brand of bullshit. I'm just saying, if the former president got 20,000 and she got 50,000, that's suspicious. That's all. Right, and this is when Guy took over. It's for the pay gap. Yes, these old-timey men, they were just really aware of the disparities. These rich old men, they were like, we should treat women better. Anyways. He's a dumb bitch. That's why I zoomed in on him. Zach was fine. Zach was fine. As far as we know, Zach was fine. Zach did not pop up. There's nothing written about Zach that's like, oof, this guy. So I'm sure he was fine. My parents built their house in 1979 for $38,000. Yeah. But we don't want to talk about that. Sometimes I think about how much my parents own about 90 acres in Oregon. And sometimes I think about how much they spent on that. And I barf a little. Like, it's like the price difference of things now is crazy. Anyways. It's almost 3. Fuck! And we still haven't figured out anything about this man. I'm so annoyed. What about Liz? Liz Knox. What about Lizzie Knox? All right, fine. Fuck off. What's the duck tell me? Oh. Yeah, I've got it, though. I already did that. Doesn't mean I have a picture of her, does it? Duck. I'm pretty sure I already tried looking her up, too. Oh, just kidding! Mary Webb in San Diego has a website called Web on the Web. It's a personal travel diary that also doubles as an advertisement for her travel agency. Oh my gosh. Travel agent. Oh my gosh, look at you. Why is her hand doing that? She found a niche booking vacation for lovers of the strange and unknown. Web on the Web paranormal travel agency. Photograph of Mary in front of an alleged ghost ship from the 1800s. It was lost at sea and turned up without any crew several years later. Nobody knows exactly what happened. Fans love to tour it and come up with their own paranormal theories. A company called Corporate Composition Photography. Ooh. Wait, no, don't grab that yet. Descriptions of Mary's services, including booking flights and cruises, almost all of them involving extremely niche audiences. It seems Mary is the #1 agent when it comes to booking spiritual vacations aboard ghost ships and in specific hotel rooms that are said to be haunted. She also has a dedicated section for more traditional modern cruises that cater to specific groups such as fans of boy bands. In the diary entries, she talks about the trips she's personally taken and uses that as an opportunity to feature descriptions of amenities and excursions that the ships offer, even when you're on them to see a specific band or a ghost. There's also pictures of ships, hotels, landmarks, and places she's visited, as well as a picture of Mary herself with a ship in the background. One of her diary entries actually mentions the day that the photos were taken. She was allowed onto the ship on a port day in San Diego with a professional photographer she knows. The photo of Mary has been added to your evidence. Okay. Search for that. Photography studio. It seems to have been possible to hire them to take professional quality photos for businesses of all sorts. As far as you can tell, it appears to no longer exist. The company is also mentioned on a photography site with some IRC chat logs. The site is the personal page of a member of an IRC photography channel. They have archives of logs they've been saving since 1993. One of them was from 1996, when Val, the former head photographer from Corporate Composition Photography, did a Q&A with their users about taking pictures for promotional materials and print ads. Most of the questions and answers are pretty technical. They not only seem irrelevant, but generally go over your head. One of the questions, however, mentions that Val was on the cover of Telephoto and asks about Iraq. The question was quickly shut down by the person running the Q&A, who said Val does not wish to answer any questions from his photojournalism days, nor does he wish to talk about LBP. Please keep this on the subject of commercial photography. Telephoto. Ooh. Okay. LBP got a wide variety of results. Lebanese pound, lower back pain, lead-based paint, Louisiana Board Pharmacy, Long Beach Peninsula. Businesses. Luxury bridal photography, Lexington Business Payroll, Lincoln Baby Photography, Laura's Bras and Panties, Logline Books and Publishing. God damn it. Or does he wish to talk about LBP? This is in the miracles bullshit section, I think. Okay. Ooh. Telephoto. Val? Val what? Okay. Web on the web. One more time. Nor does he wish to talk about LBP, not the LBP. Lincoln Baby Photography. Oh! Lincoln Baby Photography seems like a solid lead. It mentions a Val, an award-winning photographer on the page. It's a business in Beacon, New York. On the site, it has a picture of a baby and a camera captioned with Cam Lincoln reaching for his namesake. I guess he takes after his father, Val. At the bottom, the website says copyright 1998 to 1999. The picture's been added to your evidence. Val Lincoln? Oops. Ah! Featured in Telephoto, the cover, as well as portions of the article have been added to your evidence. I still have no idea who these people are, but that's okay. Oh, damn. Val. Val Lincoln's War on War. Telephoto is a photography magazine. This 1992 issue focuses on the photos of Val Lincoln, a photographer who went overseas during Desert Storm. He won the Sepio Award for photojournalism, specifically for the photo on the cover. Val got his start in high school when he took a photography class because, in his own words, he couldn't decide what else to do. Thought it would be the best career in the world to shoot for Playboy, but he quickly found he had a knack for it and began to skip lunch and his free periods to spend more time in the darkroom. After graduating, he tried to pivot to landscape photography, but didn't have any passion for it. I work much better when I'm trying to tell the story of a person or an object. He got lucky when a photographer mentor of his, who was going overseas to cover the war, decided to take a chance on him. Most people wouldn't call it lucky to go to an active war zone for no pay, but he bought my plane ticket, all my meals, and even pulled some strings so we could rush my passport. For someone that had never had a real job or even left California, it was a hell of a break. Val was only 19 at the time and shot the photo that won him an award the third night he was there. The photo depicts Lisa Clementine, who lost an arm in Operation Desert Saber. According to the article, women were not subject to direct combat. Lisa was in a vehicle at the time. The vehicle had to pull over suddenly when the road ahead was partially destroyed, and she and a fellow soldier were severely injured by a landmine. Val says, I ran into Lisa just after her surgery and took this picture. Then until she shipped out, I kept finding excuses to go back and take more pictures of her. I guess it was fate. That's the photo that won me an award, got me into your magazine, and led to my engagement. Just earlier this week, she agreed to become Mrs. Lincoln. Okay. So, this is Mary Webb, the travel agent. This... is Lisa. But she might be Lisa Clementine, right? Because they used the Webb name while they were in school, but she said legally their names were still Clementine. Oops. Oh my god, of course when I need to leave is when I find a bunch of shit. Val. Oops. Lincoln. And then a baboo. The baboo's name is Cam. Hilarious name. Occupation baby. Oh my gosh, we've gotten to use that so much today. Okay, that's 3. Oh my gosh. That's very exciting. So we think that's them. That's them locked, right? Da, 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 da. Ooh, hold on. Oh, I guess he doesn't do photography. He does like advertisements, so that's different. All right. All right. I should get going. Man! What the fuck is this man doing? Or what did he do in 1921? I have no idea. Being a baby, full-time job, and unpaid. Yeah, dude. Alrighty. Hey, thanks so much for watching, guys. We are going to try to do another night stream tonight. We did a little night stream last night that was fun. We played some, what is that game called? Menace from the Deep. Just like a creepy deck builder. It was nice. We had a nice time. So yeah, that's the plan tonight as well. I appreciate all of your guys' patience. I know I've been having shorter streams or not streaming or moving stuff around. So yeah, trying to do a couple extra streams this week. Misha Rebo, thank you for the 9 months. Happy Twitch, baby. Dojums, thank you for the gifted subs. Store Scarf for the 52. Atlas Radio for the 2. Duck Wizard Jaff, thank you so much for subscribing. I'm so sorry I missed that. That was like 2 hours ago. I appreciate it. I hope you had a nice time. Ghosts of Crows. Egg Cream, thank you for the 4. Cornbread Kent for the 45. And Berry Kato for the 52. Thank you guys so much. Let's... Ah! Let's see who we should raid. Ba 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 da da ba 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 da 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 ba ba da ba ba ba. You guys want to look at some otters? They're doing a otter highlights-a-thon at Marine Mammal Rescue. Oops. Marine Mammal Rescue, which is a lovely channel. Go have a nice time. Hey, I'll see you tonight. And if something goes wrong, I'll see you tomorrow. We've got Geekenders with a very special guest that you've definitely never seen before. Please believe me, I'm not lying. And it should be a good day. Alrighty. Have fun watching otters. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.